A Saffron Army will descend upon Croke Park for the second Sunday in a row as Antrim's Camogie team aim to go one better than the ladies footballers who lost the All-Ireland Junior Final to Wicklow. This weekend the Saffrons will play in the All-Ireland Intermediate Camogie Final, with Kilkenny providing the opposition. How did Antrim get here? 12 teams started in the competition and they were split into 3 groups of 4 teams. Antrim were drawn into Group 2 alongside Kildare and second string teams from Cork and Sunday's opponents Kilkenny. The top 2 from each group would advance, with 4 teams going into the quarter-finals, and 2 of the group winners would receive byes directly into the semi-finals. Antrim began their campaign against fellow finalists Kilkenny in Dunloy on the 25th of July. Things couldn't have got off to a much better start, with the Saffrons running out 2-13 to 1-12 winners. Roisin McCormick led the scoring with 1-4 ahead of Anya McGill on 4 points. Kerry grabbed a goal from the bench, while Katrine Dobbin and Nicole O'Neill grabbed a pair of points each, with Maeve Kelly also pointing for the Saffrons. On the 31st of July, a confident Antrim made the long journey south to take on Cork. A poor start saw the game get away from the Saffrons, and Cork defeated Antrim 2-14 to 2-11. Roisin McCormick top scored again with 2-1, while Maeve Kelly was next best with 4 points. Katrine Dobbin and Antrim captain Lucia McNaughton scored 2 points each, with Anya McGill and Nicole O'Neill getting a point each. Despite the loss in Cork, Antrim went into their final game with their destiny in their own hands. A win by 12 or more points would be enough to secure a quarter-final place, regardless of the Cork and Kilkenny game which took place later that evening. With the gauntlet set, Antrim set about their target and in the end made it with a bit to spare in Portglenone, eventually winning 3-16 to 1-7. Roisin McCormick led the scoring again with 8 points, while Katrine Dobbin produced an excellent 2-1. Katie Kerry, playing on her home pitch in Portglenone, scored a goal, whilst Anya McGill and Anna Connolly grabbed 2 points each. The scoring was completed with Lucia McNaughton, Roisin Kelly and Christine Laverty all grabbing a point. As group runners-up on points difference behind Kilkenny, Antrim found themselves in the draw for the quarter-final and were paired with Kerry in a game that took place in Banagher, County Offaly on the 21st of August. In the end, Antrim were never really troubled by the team from the Kingdom and won comfortably by a score of 4-19 to 1-7. Once again, Roisin McCormick led the way with 2-6, with Katrine Dobbin next highest with 1-3. Ciara Laverty produced 1-1 from the bench and Maeve Kelly struck 3 points. Anna Connolly and Anya McGill each had a pair of points, while Amy Boyle and Nicole O'Neill completed the scoring with a point each. On the 28th of August, Antrim made their way to Clones to take on Galway, a team they had already defeated on their way to the league final. The Saffrons were able to follow that up with a repeat performance as they survived a late Galway onslaught to record a 2-13 to 1-13 win. Roisin McCormick and Anya McGill led the way with 1-5 and 1-4 respectively, and the scoring was completed by Nicole O'Neill and Maeve Kelly, who scored 2 points. Who is in the Antrim Camogie team? Lochgiel provide 14 members of the 30-woman panel. Captain Lucia McNaughton is joined by Roisin McCormick, Katrine Dobbin, Maria Lynn, Maeve Connolly, Amy Boyle, Christine Laverty, Ciara Laverty, Anna Connolly, Shauna Devlin, Claire McKillop, Katie McKillop, Emer Boyle and Ciara Dobbin. Ballycastle are next with 6 members of the panel, who are Maeve Kelly, Niamh Donnelly, Niamh Ann Donnelly, Becky Ellis, Catherine McShane and Emma Laverty. 4 members of the panel are from Dunloy. These are Chloe Drain, Anya McGill, Kiva Conlon and Nicole O'Neill. Cushendall and Portglenone each have 2 members of the panel. Colleen Patterson and Orla O'Hara represent the Dáil, while Katie Kerry and Roisin Kelly are from Geraldine's Portglenone. Aughacall and Glenravel have 1 player each, with goalkeeper Katrina Graham coming from Aughacall and Louise McKenna, the sole Glenravel player on the panel. Antrim have named their team to play Kilkenny, and as expected, it's the same 15 that started the quarter-final and semi-finals, albeit with a slight positional change. Katrina Graham starts in goal, with a full-back line of Chloe Drain, Niamh Donnelly and Maria Lynn. Colleen Patterson, Kiva Conlon and Maeve Connolly will play across the half-back line, while captain Lucia McNaughton will be joined by Nicole O'Neill in midfield. Maeve Kelly, Amy Boyle and Anya McGill are the half-forward line, while in All Lochiel full forward line of Roisin McCormick, Christine Laverty and Katrine Dobbin completes the Saffron starting 15. While those 15 will start the game, Antrim are in a good place squad-wise and have had good returns from their bench, with Anna Connolly, Ciara Laverty and Katie Kerry all coming off the bench with good scoring returns. Well over 20 of the panel have seen time on the field in the championship, so regardless of whether Antrim are chasing scores or defending a lead, the options are there, which is a great position to be in heading into the final. Can Antrim win? There's no doubt Antrim come in on Sunday. They've already beat Kilkenny in this competition, so they know what needs to be done. Last time out it was in Dunloy, and this time it's in Croke Park, but once they get out on the field, the goals are the same size and it's the same opponents. A couple of things I really like about this Antrim side is they're a young, hungry team with a few experienced players leading the way. Despite being young, this team won't come into the game starry-eyed either. 12 of the starting 15 played in an All-Ireland final last year. And sometimes in sport, I think that a common team needs to lose one to win one. And this Antrim side have already been to an All-Ireland final. They've seen what it's about, and now's the time to take the next step and win one. There are players in this panel who've won a lot of big games, with All-Ireland minor winners, club championship winners and Fela winners among them. So there's no reason they can't become All-Ireland Intermediate champions. On Sunday, with the right attitude, a little bit of luck and the reward for the years of hard work coming through, fingers crossed the Saffron Army will be taking on an extra member as the Jack McGrath Cup heads north to its new home in County Antrim.